Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm a lightworker and a mother to 3 special girls. I strive to continue learning, growing, and to collect new skills. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master teacher, and Akashic record reader and energy healer. I am so excited to share what I've learned and what I'm going to learn and the ups and downs of life. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Welcome to Life of a Lightworker podcast. Hello. I'm going to be pulling my card today from the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle deck. And on just a side note, I ordered her new water deck. I'm so excited for it to come. It should come next week. I'm pretty pumped about that. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle the deck. And my intention is for the people listening to this to receive what they need to receive right now. Okay. All right. And the card that I pulled is Don't Dim to Fit In. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And from the book, on page 42, this number 2 thing keeps coming up for me. I swear, I should probably go back into all my podcasts and see all the numbers of the pages if I said them that I pulled from, because I think last week I was like, it's always like a 2 at the end. Okay, on page number 42, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding, and you are part of the universe. So expanding is part of your nature. I want to say that again. Expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away. They are not for you, and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyways. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or make you feel uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too. Or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and creates some waves. That's completely normal. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to change in energy. Others won't, because they were likely born under the proviso of I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. The Work Your Light inquiry is, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Oh, I love this card. And the image of it is a woman covering her eyes with the backs of her hands, and then behind her on either side is a more translucent image of herself doing the same posture. It feels like, and the image in the middle has a pyramid with an eye and shining light rays. Let me see if there's anything more into this. Feels like we have different versions of ourselves. We have the version, our true self, and the versions that we create of ourselves for other people. And when we live our life in the versions that we create, we're not shining our light. We are not being authentic to ourselves. We're not living the mission that we chose to do when we came here. And these creations that we create for other people are the lessons that we need to move through. And I want to say we don't need to move through them, that we can choose to move through in order to fully integrate and become our inner self all the time, which is scary. That's a very scary thought for me personally. I feel like when I look back on my life, I really created different versions of myself. I acted different around different people. I feel like I could feel the energy of that person, and I reflected, I copied who they were, and in order to have that friendship, in order to get along, in order to be liked, is pretty much what it comes down to. And the people, and it feels like there are certain people in my life that I've met, and I've instantly felt comfortable being my true self. And those are the relationships that have lasted. Those are the relationships that I had. Well, I have a couple of friends from when we were 4. You don't really hide who you are at 4. So we just grew up together being completely ourselves. And then the friends that I met when I was about 12 just instantly knew that we could completely be ourselves. And we were. We were completely different when we were together opposed to other people. If people were looking at us and saw us interacting with ordinary people or everyone else in the class, they would think that we were really reserved and really shy. But when we're together, we just brought out each other's light, our inner selves, and we were chatterboxes and so outgoing and loud and completely different people because the facade went away. So I feel like when you find those people that bring out that inner side of us, we have to hold on to them. We have to nurture. I don't want to say hold on as a needy hold on, but nurture those relationships and encourage and foster them. And usually those also the relationships that when you do have time apart, it's not taken harshly. It's just taken as a phase of life that you're in, and you always come back together. But when you have the opportunity to consciously choose, it's a good idea to consciously choose to foster those relationships, because they bring, the more often that you are truly yourself fully, the easier it is to be yourself. You've had more practice. You have more time being accumulated, acclimatized to being yourself, who you truly are. You're not used to masking and being all these different people. Yes, it feels like the more you pretend to be other people, the more you change for other people, the more you dim your light in order to fit in with other people, that becomes your normal because you do that the majority of your time. And that lets you become used to that. So finding these people to help bring it out of you is amazing. And even if it's not like people in your life, if it's a podcast, if it's people on YouTube, if it's a show, if it's a book, if it's something like that, if it's an animal, if it's nature, be more in that energy. So spend more time doing the things that make you feel like your true self so that you don't have to dim. The things that let you be fully yourself. Allow yourself more time to do those. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to see if there is a message from the Akashic Records for this topic. Okay, so what I'm getting is when we dim ourselves, we are giving a fraction of ourselves to the people around us. The people that we love, but maybe we're scared to let them see our full selves. So we're only giving them a piece of ourselves. That's not fair to the relationship. So when you fully shine, you are giving them the full experience of you. That's what they want. That's what they need. Their soul brought you guys together as either a friendship or any type of situation to experience your light. So either they're attracted or repelled, that's the experience that they want to have, their soul wants to have. So dimming yourself robs them of that experience. And when you fully shine yourself, it helps break through those fears. You start to get used to being your true, authentic self. And a lot of these scary things that we feel called and pulled to do are the things that will grow ourselves. It seems that most of the things that we do for our own expansion and our own growth are scary or uncomfortable. It's very rare that growth is easy. If you wanted easy, then you probably wouldn't be on this path. You probably wouldn't be searching spirituality. You wouldn't be listening to this, because when you feel drawn to explore and expand your soul, expand yourself to reach your soul, to be closer to your soul, to be closer to the universe, to learn more, to experience more, to open our eyes to the truth and of who we actually are. And that's not an easy path, or at least now it's not an easy path, and hasn't been in our history. For most of it has not been an easy path, but we're called to it. So if there's lots of people that are not called to it, and that's fine for them, they have other journeys. But we need to recognize that just by being interested, that we are choosing to expand in a way that is going to be uncomfortable. And when you realize that it's just part of the journey and it's not something to fight, it's a lot easier. When you go through the process of learning and healing, it unlocks parts of you that you didn't know were even there. And through that process, you see the world differently, and that's hard. Certain things need to fall away, and that's hard. And I think it's important to recognize that it's not all rainbows and puppies and unicorns and fairy dust, and it's not all magically amazing all the time. There's lots of moments that you feel broken, and that's how it feels like that's how it was designed to do. It feels like that's the human experience. It feels like we've come here to experience the highs and the lows. So embrace it and move through our lives with the acceptance that it's not going to be perfect. Our idea of what perfect is. Maybe our soul on our higher self says this is perfect. This is what it wants. It wants to experience those lows because it's hard to experience those lows other places. We're here to do that too. I feel like a lot of us who have been changing ourselves for other people for such a long time, you don't know who you are. You've lost yourself. And it's okay. You hear this, you need to shine and be yourself, but you don't know who yourself is. Explore, play, find the things within yourself that you enjoy, find the things that you feel interested in, and start playing, start exploring, start being curious. Go into it with the mentality of a child, of curiosity to see what happens. You are exploring. You are experimenting. Not everything is going to stick. Not everything is going to be good, but you're exploring. And that is perfectly perfect. Through this exploration, you find who you are, and then you shine. And you can shine happiness along the way, your joy as you discover who you are. It doesn't take a lot of yourself. You don't need to devote your whole self to this. It could just be a practice you do for a few minutes of your day. I feel like you could ask your guides, ask your angels to make the things that are going to illuminate who you are at your soul on the inside, who you truly are. Allow those things to come into your experience. So your awareness. So either they happen around you and you notice them, or people are presenting things to you. So asking for them to come to you, and that will also help you in your awareness of recognizing when they do come. And when they come, when you feel that curiosity spark, grab onto them. Take that little nugget, that little interest, and explore it further. Even if it doesn't ignite your heart, your passion the way that you thought it might, that's fine. It's still an experience that you put in your toolkit. So I hope you go into this week and find more things that light you up, that you feel is a part of your soul, a part of who you are, and don't dim that for other people. Be true to who you are on the inside. No, don't change yourself, and explore who you are. So thank you very much for listening. Oh, and I want to tell you guys, or ladies, you people, that I've released some clothing and mugs that I've designed. I've been working on design for a little while now. I am crafty and artistic, and that's just part of who I am. I've been really wanting to make some shirts for over a year now, and I finally did it, thanks to my husband teaching me some tricks on some design apps and doing all these little things to like kind of mash all these ideas together. I have released some stuff. So if you go to my website, under the Work With Me tab, there's shop that has all my items, and I hope you enjoy looking at them, or if you want to buy them, that would be amazing. I have been living in mine for the last couple months while I've been figuring out what kind of shirts and stuff I want to offer. So I'm really enjoying them, so I hope you enjoy them too. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful week or 2 weeks, and I will see you, or I will talk to you next time.